What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So guys, channel membership is now live. Link is in the description and the first comment. Do check it out. That would really help support the channel. So the Legion Sports Men's Open Prejudging is underway as we speak. So this show was particularly exciting, mainly because of these two competitors, Blessing Avodibu and Tonio Burton, because both these guys took a big break from competing and they're coming back for the very first time. Blessing especially, who took almost 2 years off. And the last time he was on the stage, and that was at Flex Pro Italy against Regan and Nathan. His legs back then, they were a big problem. And Tonio Burton, who has won this show in the past, he was also coming back after a gap of 1 year, and also to make a very solid statement that he wants to fight for that Olympia top 6 and that too this year. So 99% of the people out there, they had Tonio Burton winning this show, based on how impressive he was looking throughout this prep in all of his updates. Now coming to that big question, did Blessing finally showed up with bigger quads? Because after all, he is the biggest guy in this men's open lineup, because he was pushing beyond 320 pounds during the off-season, and the major reason for doing that was to put on some beef on his quads. So did that make a difference in his legs looking bigger? Well, I'm gonna say yes. His legs from the front, they do look a lot bigger than the last time he was on the stage. But that being said, there is still a considerable size difference between his left and right leg. At least that is how it looks like by the first impression. That being said, great aesthetics though. Very round, very 3D, and very bubbly. And the positive thing about Blessing is that he was able to pack on some solid size without blowing up his waistline. That looks tight. Now Tonio Burton, as expected, he's looking very polished, and this is what makes him such an awesome bodybuilder. He must be weighing somewhere in the 220s, but the illusion that he's able to create, that makes him look a lot bigger, and he can stand next to majority of the guys out there because of that crazy X-frame, that insane V-taper. Now Tonio, in that initial call out, he exposed the hell out of Blessing if you compare the legs on both these guys. Now Blessing, for his frame, he kind of looked thin, and kind of unlucky for him that he had to stand between Colossius Ken, whose overall thickness, that was so insane. We know Ken is so damn massive. Tonio Burton and Tonio's quads, the sweep on them, the deep separation, the detail, that is just on a whole different level tonight. And he seems to be in a better condition than Blessing overall. Now I think we have seen Tonio more shredded and more conditioned, especially from the back, in the past few shows that he has done in the Men's Open. But this is also way too good, I'm gonna say, for this lineup. So another guy who was planning to surprise a lot of people tonight, that was Patrick Moore. And it's safe to say that he did not disappoint. So his decision of coming in downsized, but coming in shredded and peeled to the bone, that definitely paid off. And do not be surprised if Patrick Moore places as high as second in this show tonight. So now let's take a look at the first call out. Tonio Burton, Patrick Moore, Bruno Santos, Florian Poisson, and Blessing Avodibu. Now, I can say that Blessing won't even be in that top 3. Bruno is looking absolutely massive in that first call out, and the man is also shredded front to back. So with all those beautiful lines that Tonio Burton has, his insane aesthetics, you also have to point out the lack of thickness and the overall width in those side shots. Now Patrick Moore is probably the biggest surprise of this show tonight. He looks insane. Just look at that back double bicep. Tonio Burton is usually untouchable in that particular pose, but Patrick's back double biceps, that looks wider, very detailed, and he also looks very muscular, standing next to Tonio Burton. So Tonio Burton not moving from the center stage during that entire first call out, that is a clear sign that he's leading the prejudging. Now very much surprised on why Colossius Ken, he wasn't in that first call out. He looked on, and he looked huge in this lineup, and I'm gonna say same is the case with possibly Florian Poisson as well. He was looking very sharp and very massive. So in my opinion, he can be higher than 4th. That being said, I think Tonio Burton is gonna win this show and punch his Olympia ticket. But is he big enough to challenge the top 6 at the Olympia level? Well, the chances of that happening, they are quite slim at this point. Now Blessing Avodibu, losing to multiple guys after taking 2 years off, and I'm gonna say after coming in a lot better, that raises some serious concerns regarding his future. Now that's it for the prejudging, guys. Let me know what you guys think. And stay tuned for the finals. And also hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video. And smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.